Thank you for joining this lesson. Remember to subscribe to this channel and to share with your friends. Number 17 on sequences and series, mathematics paper 2. In a geometric progression, the sum of the second and third term is 12 and the sum of the third and the fourth terms is negative 36. Find the first term and the common ratio. We should know that there is how we get nth term in a geometric progression. So if we are getting nth term, can call it nth term, we usually take a, the first term, multiplied by the common ratio raised to power n minus 1. In our case, we are given the sum of the second term and the third term. So the second term is a times r raised to power 2 minus 1, which becomes r power 1. Now when we add this second term to the third term, which is a r power, because it is third term, 3 minus 1, so it will be power 2. We are supposed to get 12. That is equation 1. Again, we are told that in the same progression, the sum of the third and the fourth terms. The third and the fourth. So the third is going to be a r power 2 plus the fourth term, which is a r power 4 minus 1, which is power 3. This is equal to negative 36. We get a second equation. Now when we solve these two equations simultaneously, we are going to get the value of a and the value of r. So the value of a, we can first of all simplify the expressions, whereby from equation 1, we can factor out a, we remain with r plus r squared. This is equal to 12. And the equation can be further simplified into a being equal to 12 out of r plus r squared. That is from equation 1. Now from equation 2, we can also express a, whereby we start by factorizing a to remain in brackets with r squared plus r power 3. This is equal to negative 36. And this means we can remain with a as negative 36 divided by r squared plus r power 3. So now that the expression for a is 12 over r plus 2 plus r squared, and also a is negative 36 out of r squared plus r power 3, then we can equate the two parts now. 12 out of r plus r squared equals to negative 36 divided by r power 2 plus r power 3. So we can now solve these parts, whereby we can factorize 12 r plus r squared. When this one is factorized, we just remain with 1. This is equal to, we factorize again 12. When we factorize 12 from this part, we shall remain with negative 3. So in brackets, there will be 12, like that. Then we can factor out r to remain with r plus r squared on this other part. So you look at the equation and you realize that on both sides, there is 12 divided by r plus r squared and 12 out of r plus r squared. And we remain with 1 equals to negative 3 out of r. This means we can cross multiply and have the value of r as negative 3. So the common ratio in this progression is negative 3. That means we can solve for the value of a using equation 1. The value of a then is going to be 12 divided by r plus r squared. So this will be negative 3 plus negative 3 squared. This is 12 divided by negative 3 plus 9, which is 6. Negative 3 plus 9 is 6. So 12 over 6 will give us exactly 2. So the value of the first term is 2. The value of the common ratio is negative 3. We are through with part A. Let's look at part B. The question says that in an arithmetic progression, the 12th term is 25 and the 7th term is 3 times the second term. Find part 1, the sum, the first term and the common difference. The 12th term is 25. How do we get nth term in an AP? Nth term in AP is given by A plus n minus 1 multiplied by D. And that means the 12th term, which is 25, is given by A plus, because it is 12 terms, then the 12th term, we need 12 minus 1, which is 11, multiplied by D. This is the first equation in this part. We proceed. The 7th term is 3 times the second term. So the 7th term is going to be A plus, 7th term means 7 minus 1, which is 6 times D. This is equivalent to 3 times the second term. Second term is A plus D. This is now the second equation. And now we have to solve this. So we need A plus 6D equivalent to 3A plus 3D. Then we can now group like terms together in the attempt of simplifying the second equation. We shall have 6D equals to, we can group like terms together. This is 3A and this is A. So this is 2A, but we have 3D on this side, so we can subtract 3D from this side to have 3D being equal to 2A. This is the value of A. This means the value of A can be simplified to 3 out of 2, that is 3.5D. So now that we have simplified the second expression, we can substitute it in the first equation here, whereby we will say 25 equals to, instead of A now, we write 1.5D. Then we add 11D. This is going to be 25 equals to 12.5D. And when you simplify out, the value of D is going to be exactly 2. With the value of D as 2, we can get the value of the first term. So the first term, there is an expression here which will give us the first term. We need to say that the first term A is given by 1.5 multiplied by D, which is 2. This is exactly 3. So the first term is 3. The common difference is 2. Part 2, the last question. The sum of the first 10 terms of the arithmetic progression. This can be done in 2 ways. The first one, we usually say that the sum of a given number of terms is given by n out of 2. Then this is multiplied by 2a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d. So we can substitute n is 10 out of 2 into 2 multiplied by the first term, which is 3, plus n minus 1. So 10 minus 1, which is 9, multiplied by the common difference, which is 2. So this is going to be 5 into 6 plus 18. 5 multiplied by 24 is 120. The same question can be solved when we say the sum of n terms is given by n out of 2 multiplied by the first term of the progression plus the last term of the progression. So the first thing will be getting the last term, which is the 10th term. The 10th term will be given by the first term A plus n minus 1, which is 9 now, multiplied by the common difference. So the 10th term is 3 plus 18, which is 21. So the 10th term is 21, which means we need to get the sum of the first 10 terms by taking 10 over 2. I'm substituting in the formula now. The first term is 3 plus the last term, which is the 10th term, 21. And again, we're going to have 5 multiplied by 24. The answer is going to be exactly 120. Thank you so much for following. Subscribe and share.